Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a review of something I was looking forward to getting this week. I came across these cartridge protectors for Atari, or ColecoVision. It would fit, and maybe some others that have similar size vintage cartridges, like this Kaboom cartridge for instance. I really wanted something to protect my loose cartridges. I don't have a whole lot in boxes. I would say most collectors don't. And I wanted something high quality and better than just the plastic bags that you can find that Retroprotection actually sells. I've used this company twice now, and the quality's been consistent. I've been pretty happy with it. Prices are a tad on the high side. Obviously, if you get more at one time, the cheaper it is in quantity. I ordered these on, I believe it was Saturday, and I got them today, which is Wednesday. Got them fairly quick. They are super clear, as you can see, high quality, thick mill plastic, PET plastic that does not leach any kind of chemicals into your labels and will keep them nice. They do have seams in them. You'll see one that rides across here, and you'll also see one, I think, when you put it together. But for the most part, they're really durable. I don't see how they could come apart anytime soon. And if you want to protect your valuable carts, this is the way to go, I believe, to keep out all the nasties, but still display your carts like a lot of us like to do. So getting on with it, when you get them, they will come in a stack in a bag usually, and they have tissue paper in between each one to keep the plastic from scratching the other plastic, which unfortunately can't happen the more you do it. So that's a pretty nice thing. I mean, you can tell they've taken care to make sure you get your product in a nice shape when you get it. To install one of these, you kind of have to work it a little bit to bring it up to form. You got your tabs in here like this. They're pretty tight when you get them, and I believe the trick to these is to apply even force on the hinges so that they don't ride up on one side or the other. So you want to kind of take your time and work the hinge. I've also found it pretty beneficial to stick the whole side in here, one of the sides, you can see, and I also bend it on the inside a little bit for the first one. Bring it back out, of course, and fold it like this, and the tabs will lock in the corners up here and down there. Nice and flush on the inside. As you can see, they fit nice, have a nice fit and finish. Very pleased how precision they are, actually. And next we'll just want to slide our cartridge in. I put them in a certain way because I don't like to see the hinge or the seam right here. It's pretty ugly, so that's where I put the edge connector for the cartridge. So when I slide mine in, they go in like this, so that you see that in the back. And then we put it back in, and we work this hinge again for this flap. A lot of times you can just pinch these kind of like this. Make sure that they're in nice form and laying flat so they don't pucker up this piece on the edge. A lot of times, if it's not done with even force on the pressure, you'll get this, and you don't want that. So take it back out. It means didn't work the hinge good enough there, the flap. I'm going to stick this one in the same way I did the other one, on the inside. Make sure that I give it even pressure all over. Dig it back out, and we'll put our cartridge back in. Also, I like to have the flat bottoms on the bottom of the cartridge. I don't like them on the top. I guess it's an OCD thing. It looks ugly. Anyway, I put it in like this, and we're going to close the cart back up, and bam, what do you know, it works. Also, to further do it, once you get going, you can take your fingers and rub them on the seam here where the hinge starts. On the top here, this is where the crack is, but this is where you do it with your fingers. Flip it around, do it again, nice. And before you know it, this cartridge will sit there forever until you open it up again in perfect shape. And we'll just stack it up over here for now. Now, I want to bring to your attention that there is one problem, and it's these cartridges right here. This is Star Trek, Sega, any of these Sega cartridges that have the ridges at the top, they're too fat. Just barely too fat. So when I put them in, and you try to close it, guess what happens? There is no space for this thing to lock down. So when I put this in, you will never ever get that in there, ever. It will not fit, and it's irritating. Anyway, what I tried to do was try to circumvent that issue, and I just cut a little hole out on one side so that it could stick out and relieve the pressure. It's not perfect. It does work still and keeps my cartridge for the most part safe, but yeah, it's not as pretty as it should be. It's better than nothing. Just wanted to make you aware of that before you start buying. If you have a lot of these Sega cartridges, you're gonna have to retrofit this thing somehow, and that's the only way I can think of. I might ask Dan about it, Dan Godkin. He's the guy that owns the company for Retroprotection. He might have been approached with this problem many a times. I'm sure he's been approached for cases for the M carts and the you know, the different size ones, M network and so forth. But yeah, that is a bummer right there. But other than that, most of my carts are going to be Parker Brothers, Activision, Atari, ColecoVision, those types of cartridges, and of course there's no problems with those. So if you're looking for protection for your cartridges, I got 50 of these for $32 shipped, and now I wish I went ahead and got the 100 because it was like 45 or something for 100. I can't remember exactly what it was. Maybe it was more than that, but it was cheaper to go ahead and get 100. So if you have a lot of cartridges or you're approaching that, I'd recommend to go ahead and get it if you like what you see in this video. Like I said, they're high quality, they're very thick mill, and they will definitely protect your cartridges from grimy little hands or whatever you got in your house that gremlin wise that will want to eat these things. So hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to take the time and let my brethren know what's going on in the world of protection for your games. I'm kind of a stickler for it myself, and happy gaming, and I hope that you enjoy this. Take care.